If you've ever looked at your Google Analytics account and looked at your referred traffic, you've probably seen some really sketchy stuff, especially if you have a smaller website. Websites like this, traffic to cache, and whatever this guy is right here, website stealer, all of this stuff is really garbage traffic. This looks like Russian traffic, all kinds of places that are sending you traffic. And the interesting thing about most of these is it's 100% new sessions, 100% bounce rate. They never go to any pages. They never spend any time on your website. It's all just complete garbage traffic. And unfortunately, at the time of this video, Google is not very good at sifting out this kind of traffic. So you have to do custom filters to do this. Now, one approach is to simply block each one that comes up, filter by filter. And if you've ever done this, you'll know that this isn't a really good practical approach because you'll block a few of the big ones and every day a few more will pop up. And it becomes kind of like whack-a-mole where more and more come up and you simply just are spending all your time doing filters and there's really no stopping it because so many more of these are popping up. So what can we do about this? Well, we're not defenseless about this. There's actually a couple similarities and patterns with these garbage websites. It's not a perfect solution, but as you'll see, a lot of these have similar traits. The first is the host name. Legitimate websites will have the name of your domain as the host name. Some of these garbage websites will not. Some will disguise it as google.com. Some will say not set. Not set is a very popular one. But most of these are not going to have the name of your domain name as the host name. So that is a huge one. As you can see here, a lot of the legitimate traffic, Google, forum, Facebook, they have the domain. The sketchy ones, traffic to cache, this one, website stealer, not set, Google, etc. The second filter is screen resolution. So a lot of these sketchy ones, the screen resolution will be not set. And as you can see, this one isn't as good as the host name, but it does catch a few. So traffic to cache is not set, and build a better business is not set. So this one's not perfect, but again, it will catch a few of them. So let's set up filters to block both of these. So the first one, host name, we'll go into the filter section of our admin account, click add filter, and we'll call this host name. You can really name it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. It's going to be predefined, include only, and then traffic to the host name, and that contain. And your host name is going to be the name of your website. So ryanwiley.com. That's the website that I'm doing this for. So whatever your website domain name is, minus the www part if you have that. So just the domain name. And then it's a good practice to double check your work and hit verify this filter. So as you can see here, pretty much all of those crummy websites that we don't want to see in our reports is included here. And you can see this is before the filter is applied, all of this crap, and after the filter applied, it's completely taken away. So this is exactly what we want to have happen. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save there. So that covers the host name. That covers all of this stuff right here, which is really the better of the two. But let's take it another step further and do the screen resolution. So add filter, give it a name. Again, you can name it whatever you want, but screen resolution is what we're doing. You have to go to custom on this one and just search for screen resolution. And the filter pattern is going to be not set. So not set, and we've excluded it here. Now again, let's verify this filter. Okay, so as you can see here, the filter came back and said, this filter would not have changed your data. What this means in this instance is the screen resolution came back and didn't find any additional compared to the host name. So if I were to ran this screen resolution first instead of the host name, this would have came back with stuff. But it's running this filter verification, assuming that it's already blocked all of the host name, the spammy host name ones. So in my instance on my website, it didn't give any additional value, but it might be different for you because as you've seen, screen resolutions with not set, some of those referrals are pretty spammy. So it's still okay to run this, even though in my instance, it didn't really work. So running these two filters, host name and screen resolution, will really help you block a lot of that referral spam. Again, you could go and do these one by one if you wanted, and that would certainly take care of the problem. But like I said, it's kind of like whack-a-mole. You're just constantly, more and more of these are coming up, and you're constantly having to do this. But if you do what I suggested, the host name and the screen resolution, I won't admit that this is an absolute perfect solution, but it will cover a vast majority of the referral spam that you see because, again, there's a lot of similarities between these spam bots, and the host name and the screen resolution are what I found, particularly the host name. You really only want to have traffic from the name of your website. And I'll just point out one particular one here. So it's got Google Organic from the host name Cleveland Neurofeedback. This is legitimate traffic, but you also see, and you might be afraid here, there's another Google Organic and it's set to not set. But let's look at this traffic. 100% new sessions, bounce rate 100, page sessions 1. This is clearly spam bot material, even though it says Google Organic. But compare that to the more legitimate Google Organic, and you can see numbers that are more in line with what you would expect for this particular website. So use these two filters, the host name and the screen resolution, using the settings that I showed you, and I'm hoping you expect to see much better analytics reports because it's going to filter out a lot of the referral spam that you see. So I hope you found this valuable, and I hope you get a lot of more useful data by filtering out that web spam.